What is good, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Cabby project. Now today I've literally just remembered to look at the MOT because the lad had said it runs out in June and we're in June. I had a look yesterday and it runs out on the 10th. Today's the 9th, so we've just literally did work on the Reliant, just moved the estate off the drive, just there you can see a little bit. Brought this out, pop that back up. We're gonna go and put an MOT on it, or get it MOT'd, see what it needs doing, and then bring it home, maybe go out, take a couple of cinematics. I'll take you guys with me, obviously. If you're enjoying this series, make sure you give it a like and subscribe, and hopefully the next clip, I have some good news for you. Yeah, flat. Rip off sods. I'm gonna need an ear for 5 minutes. Why did I do that?
That.
Yeah, you're welcome. Give me 32. Thank you. This one. Look at that. Pancake. I bet that's got 0 in it. Yep, nothing. So that's that one. There we go. There we go. I really want to wash it, but I want to save that for another vlog. Because the MOT, it pass, it'll fail or whatever. But the first clean of the car is always the best clean. Because you see where all the good and the bad and the ugly is. But hopefully, this car stays with us for a long time because we're going to be doing a full respray. Hopefully anyway, get all the bodywork done. But MOT first because it runs out tomorrow, and ideally I want to have valid MOT on it, so if I want to take it on the weekend I can. Insurance companies at the minute I'm trying to look for, there we go, that's one. They're all rip-offs, so I'm struggling at the minute, but we'll find something, we'll get there. We're not giving up. I think the annoying thing about this is I'm going to work in a minute where we have free compressed air, but it was obviously flat on its ass, so I just didn't want to destroy the tyre just for the sake of getting there and getting free air. I'd rather save a tyre and get my MOT done. I'm scared because the last time I turned the car off it didn't start, but we're going to do it for you lot anyway. We're going to be putting the top down. Please start back up again. Undo the hooks. I think that. Clip up. Clip up. Oh yeah, the ignition's got to be off. Okay, cool. Don't ask me why you have to do that. It makes no sense at all. I guess it stops people from pushing the top down when you're driving. But anyway, let's see if it starts. Did you hear that? Oh my god. Sheesh. We gave it a quick clean. That's just a little glimpse, people, just to show you what it could look like when it's polished. So here's the back. Oh, look at it. You know what, every time I see this on the driveway I absolutely love it. And it's amazing that obviously this one and the estate have got two completely different body styles. They just couldn't be any more different. Oh, it passed the MOT, by the way, I forgot to say. It was a bit of a nightmare to get through emissions, but we got there. Anyway, we're gonna go to my girlfriend's. I'll probably take some cinematics while I'm there, or you know, somewhere around there, and celebrate, people. We're going to be taking this out in the summer. I cannot wait. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Cue the cinematics. you know what I love about this car? Is in the cinematics, sure, car looks terrible. The fitment is awful, the arch cap is hideous, the tyres are too big, it's not low, it's tatty, it needs work, but I don't care. And that's why I love this car, because this was just like the Estate. I didn't have that much love. I loved the way it drove. That was the difference. The way the Estate drove, it drove amazing despite being standard. It looked terrible at its height. This car looks unreal. Everyone's steering. I've not done anything to it. It's got a stereo on it, which is now playing copyright music. Those wheels, I've been second guessing. Do you know if they had 40 profiles, maybe, I mean, they've got a 205 4017. If I went to a 195, maybe 4017, I'd have to see which one is closest to the standard fitment and just drop that and get rid of the arch gap there. It's probably about 50-60 mil. This profile would look so much better. So much better. So we might keep the wheels after all. I do want 5 spokes, but I don't know what. And I won't mind 17s on this because I'd like to bag it in the future. But who knows? Anyway, let's go out for a little drive. I'll check in with you in a sec. I did a post on Facebook. None of the previous episodes have been released since I've filmed this video, so it's hard trying to ask for advice and things without revealing the car too much, so it's a bit awkward. Anyway, I did a post looking for some good body shops local. I've been tagged in loads of stuff, so shout out everybody who's been helping me out and stuff. We are going to go and see one today. They are based in Derby, so it's not too far. He's into his Volkswagens, he knows the brands, he knows his Mark IIIs and stuff, so that's kind of what I was wanting. Somebody who's worked with Mark IIIs before. We're going to be taking you guys with us anyway, and we need to put some fuel in it and set off. Well, I can tell we're here because there's a Mark II there. Oh yes. I don't know what to expect today. I've got a figure in my head. Okay, I'm going to say it. Hopefully it's not there. No. Okay, 4.5 grand. That's the figure in my head that it will cost to sort that car out. Now, would I pay that? I don't know actually, because it's one of them cars that's going to be around for a long time. It's not like it's the Estate where it's getting beat up all day. You know, it's going to spend a lot of time in the garage. It's going to be going to car shows. And that will be the car that's going to be promoting the interior. So 4.5 grand. The cars are getting very thin on the ground. It's a lovely colour. Who knows? We're just going to hang around. I think he's busy. He did tell me he's got customers in and out, but I think he's going to have a proper good look around the car. Look at it. The arches compared to the Estate. That's the worst bit there, and then there's a tiny bit here on this side, and then on the other side, tiny bit of bubbling there, and then a little section there, so not that big. I also noticed this little bit there. But this whole boot has been wet before, and it don't actually seem that bad. Obviously all this bit is just dirt. There is a little bit of section there starting to rust through. Well, surface rust maybe. It just wants a damn good clean people, like behind here. And also the telltale sign that the central locking pump, well, the car has central locking. This little bit here goes into the pump. and then that goes into the motor, I believe. Don't know why they've removed it, but yeah. People, we've dropped to the same location, if you remember, when we was assessing the damage on the Golf. So it's a bit of a good and bad spot for me. I've realised that literally 2 minutes from the house there's a garage, and I just drove in just to see if they did paint, and I saw a Mini with obviously it looked like it had new paint. So I went and had a chat with him, and he's dropped me a quote. It's money, which I was aware it was going to cost a lot, but yeah. So if we look through, he said these rear arches, based on his knowledge, he can fix. What else is there? The sills will want doing. He can fabricate them. Obviously that's going to take a lot of work just because of the shape. As you can see, like they curve around, but they can do that. This side, again, he says he could probably repair that. The front wing, whichever one is the worst one, this one, we want a new wing, obviously. I already knew that, that's fine. And then this wing, he said he can repair it and probably put a section in there and weld it through, just this bit here. Okay, so it's been a couple of weeks since the last clip you saw. I have got a quote back from the other guy, and it was the same price as the body shop that's local to me quoted. I am aware that it is a lot of work, a lot of time consuming work, as is upholstery. It's a lot of prep work involved. It's most of the price is in labour. The material only makes up a small fraction. However, to spend on a Mark III Golf on my budget is ridiculous. No, I can't do it. So I've been having a good think recently about how I want this build to go, and I did come up with somewhat of a good little plan. I've just got it wrote down here, and if I attack it in phases, it means that I can still carry on with the car, I can still use it, I can still drive it. Granted, it's not going to look immaculate straight away, I wasn't expecting that anyway, but it allows me to get things done on the car in slow stages, but in stages where it's going to make a big difference after each phase. So let's say I do get the respray done straight away. It's still got the 1.8 in it. It still needs a bonnet cable. It's still got cheap wheels. It's still on stock suspension. It still needs a ton of suspension bushes. So yeah, it's going to look fabulous in the sunlight, but everything else is falling to pieces. So it's kind of pointless doing it. So we all need a good little plan. So I was thinking, there is a lad that I've been messaging on Instagram. I've been following his work, and he seems to do a very good job. Obviously, pictures tell a different story to what it is in person. But I'm going to go and meet with the guy. He's going to get a proper look at the car. Like the previous guy, he's done Mark IIIs. He is very specific Mark III as well. So he's got one. He's done plenty of Mark IIIs. He's welded cabbies before. So car is perfectly safe. Get him to sort out everything on the underside of the vehicle up until the sills. That will give me a chance to order suspension bushers, track rod ends, wheel bearings, brake hoses, poly bushers, everything on the underside of the car. That's phase one. So everything that's got to come off will be renewed. Things like steering racks and rear axles, obviously I won't be buying brand new. I'll just be buying a used one and painting it up to make it look nice. So that's where we're at, people. I'm still, till this day, what day is it? We're in July, mid-July now. We still don't have a plan for the retrim. We do have some samples sitting right behind the camera, which I'm not going to show you because I don't want to give it away. But it's tough because it's hard to picture material on seats. One thing I do want to show you guys, there's a lad I did a wrap job for. His name's Stephen. And he come up to my house, I did his headlining, he was dead chuffed with it, and then, you know, he went about his business. And then we went to the Nottingham Mark 3 meet and he was there. And for a long time now, I've been meaning to buy this steering wheel off him. And he put it up for sale and I wanted it. And I says, no, take it off now, I want it. And so he's had it for, you know, a couple of months or whatever, for the right time to come up for me to go and pick it up. We basically just never managed to come across paths because he lives in Sheffield. But like I said, we went to the Mark 3 meet and he brought the steering wheel, which is this. What do we think? Which one would it suit though? I think it could suit both. I do want to put it in the estate because the colour concept one I have now, the leather is peeling off and it's not comfortable to drive at all. I was thinking about retrimming this as well. Maybe keep the leather, but where the stitching is, you can see just there, do it purple. So not only will it fit in the estate, it will also fit in the Cabrio because they both got purple accents around. He gave it me for free. So massive shout out to Stephen, I really do appreciate it. You know, I was willing to pay and that's what we agreed on. He was going to sell it to me and then he just says, you know what, have it. And then he says, you know, obviously there'll become a time where he needs my help and 1,000,000% I'll help him out where I can. But there's just some lovely people out there. That's why you be kind to people and people do nice things back to you. We have still got all the Mark 3 bits lined up there. We're still waiting for this to go. It is extremely close now. We'll record a couple of videos on this, so stay tuned for them because they're going to be funny. The cabby will come in here. I'll probably start putting some seats in. I don't know which one I'll do. Obviously not the blue ones. I have still got the black ones that Ewan's got, so I need to at some point pick them up from him. I'll probably put them in the cabby because they're in terrible condition, so they'll get done. While I'm on the subject, people, I keep getting comments of people going, why are you retrimming them? They're worth so much money. Why are you retrimming them? Because they're so valuable. Why are you retrimming them? There's only 200 in existence. They're my seats. I do what I want with them. First of all, if you know what goes into a retrim, you will understand that those seats won't be destroyed because the seat will still be intact. It's the leather that is separated. The leather can be reattached and sold and put back on another seat. So I don't understand why people are being so negative. Nobody complained when I did them with the estate, so I don't know what's different now. Those blue ones over there, they're in fantastic condition. I won't be taking them apart. The red ones are not in the greatest condition. There is a lot of bolster damage. In fact, let me show you now. No, it's that one. It's hard to see because it's dead dark, but the bolster is collapsed. There we go. The bolster is fully collapsed, like you can actually see all the way in it. Those seats are knackered. It's going to want whole new leather all the way around. It's going to cost a lot of money. Or I just trim them and then I keep the leather. If somebody needs them, I'll just ship it out to them. There's a guy that says, if you've got any black bolsters, let me know. Yes, I probably will do after I've trimmed them. So people, just stop with the negative comments, right? I get there's going to be some people out there that's going to do that, but just shh, we'll be all right. There's a lot more worse to worry about than some colour concept seats, all right? So let's just carry on and move forward, all right? With regards to the trim as well, I'll be using the rear seats that Ben gave me. He couldn't even sell those for 20 quid. So are they valuable at all if nobody wants them at £20? So I'll be using them. They were sat outside his house in a garden. Now obviously they've got more use being trimmed and put in my car, so don't worry with that. At the end of the day, everybody's free to do whatever they want with their car. Does that mean people are not allowed to do things that other people can't do or don't do? Not really. There's plenty of people that are trimming up. I don't know if people know, there's a seat called a Recaro A8. They're really expensive and very old seats. People are trimming them up. They don't get negative comments saying, why are you trimming these seats up for? Why are you doing this? No, because they're taking a 30-odd-year-old seat, or however old they are, and completely reviving it. Appreciate all the positive comments though, saying they can't wait for the car to be retrimmed and they're excited to see what comes next. Everybody is different, people. Let's just get along. Let people do whatever they want with the car. If they're putting crappy monster stickers all over their car, let them do it. It's their car, it's not yours. You don't have to see it, you don't have to drive it, you don't have to pay for the stickers. Let's continue forward. With regard to the quotation for the guy on Instagram, he will be coming down next week to a auto jumble, so I'll meet him there and take the cabby.